Hello everybody and welcome to One Player. This week on the table, well, this is Deckula, but this is the 2021 BGG Solitaire Print and Play Design Contest. I am ecstatic to introduce the first game of our coverage of the contest this year. And you will not be disappointed because we have a great team of YouTubers coming to cover every single entry into the contest. That is at least 40 plus as of recording this right now, which in the first month I think is quite spectacular. 40 entries already, which is more than they had in the entire of last year. And we are going to try and cover every single one. We are going to be doing playthroughs of every single one, and I would love if you joined in as well. We'll be leaving links to all of the work in progress threads in all of the descriptions of the videos, so you can go check out the games and offer your feedback. This week we are kicking things off. Chrissy is going to be doing and uploading her intro video to the contest, and then we've got a few playthroughs happening at the same time as this. And once you've finished watching me run through this lovely little card game, Deckula, then go check out Veselko, who is covering 18 Right this week, which is an 18xx game of kind of Empire hex building. Sir Thekos, a new addition to our crew, is going to be playing Old Town Road, which I believe is done in hand. I could be wrong, but it's a cowboy western game. Looks fantastic. I think it's actually played like on a kind of modified 52 deck of cards, which I think is great. Dimitri will be covering Tilting at Windmills, which I believe is kind of a in the description that I read, I think is like a Palm Island love letter. So maybe another in-hand game, although I'm not certain. And then Kevin Preval is going to be uploading and playing Like Herding Cats, which is a pick up and deliver, I think, Tetromino game? Again, I could be wrong. I've only been concentrating on this because I don't have time to look at other games when I've got to learn and play and print and craft a PnP a week. But it promises to be a lot of fun. I do hope you enjoy. Make sure you go and subscribe to all the other channels taking part. We might have some other guest spots as we go. I'm always on the lookout for other folks to come in and join the fun. So if you want to upload some content and get it on the playlist, or if you've got an idea for someone who would want to join in covering some PnP games, then let us know and throw your thoughts down in the comments. Just stay tuned, though we'll be announcing other events and maybe giveaways and other stuff going on. Go join the Discord so you can stay on top of that as well. And obviously we'll be posting stuff in the YouTube video descriptions. So Thekos will be holding the master playlist, so he's going to put all of the videos in one place. How's that for an intro? Not bad, right? I think we're all set and we're ready to play Deckula. That's about all of the things that my brain can... that's about all the things I can remember, so I could have forgot something, but there we go. That's it for intros, and on the table in front of us is Deckula. This is a card game, essentially, where we just cycle through the deck looking to build combos of different cards in order to score victory points. We cycle through, we invite people into our mansion, and maybe, just maybe, kill them and drink their blood. What? Sorry? Oh. This is bubbly. There's nothing to see there. We are going to play as the vampire. We've awoken from our slumber, and these flippin' guests, these villagers, these beast hunters, these vampire experts think they can come and wake us up and just come in for a free meal, poke around our libraries, have a look at our ancient artifacts, etc., and our wonderful collection of taxidermy, one would imagine. And, well, we've got other thoughts, but maybe it's outside of our control. What we're going to do to start this game is choose the Home Sweet Home card and then 5 other visitors who are going to come and annoy us as we awake from our eternal rest. Now, we can, with the beginner game, choose 4 hapless vagabonds who don't really do anything. They just kind of clog up the old board there. But I think we're going to make it a bit more interesting, and we'll maybe choose like 2 hapless vagabonds and 2 villagers, and then we're going to shuffle these and just choose a random one. Now this PnP construction, very, very simple. Just cards, nothing else. You need a couple of dice to keep track of your energy, or you could use tokens, or you could even just scratch it down on a piece of paper. Not complicated whatsoever, but the build is nice and easy. You'll see my printer kind of these aren't different cards. So my printer had a couple of issues with the yellows, I guess. Maybe we're running out of ink there, which is not a good sign at the start of the contest. I need to get some cartridges. But yeah, so we're going to choose just a random guy from the pile, and we'll just throw him in like that. We'll make it a surprise, you know? We are then going to shuffle, or we're going to deal ourselves 3 cards, and then shuffle these into the rest of the deck. Now I'm just going to like slot them about, and then I'll do a real shuffle to begin with. And essentially this game is, yeah, about building combos. Lots of card interactions. So one card will do something if you have another card, but it won't do anything if you don't. So you need to kind of, the first few playthroughs of this game are going to be a bit of a wild card. You're not going to really know what you're looking for, aiming at, until you really get into it and start kind of, you don't need to learn it per se, like you don't need to memorize the cards, but at least kind of keep your eyes open for what different cards do what, and that's actually kind of fun. I don't mind that. It makes you feel kind of smarter the more you play, so and that's fine. Right, I'll give this a riffle and a cut, and I think we're ready to go. From these 3 cards, let's get this up here. From these 3 cards, we're going to choose one and place it. Look at that, lovely, a fine vintage indeed, vintage O negative. So we're going to choose one of these cards, and we are going to keep it in our home area. I think actually I will go for the fine vintage. This gets us a victory point, so these are the victory points at the end. This card means we do something immediate, or this symbol means something we do something immediately. There's other symbols that mean we get to discard a card and get its action as well. But this one, yeah, I think we'll keep this one in the home. This is if we play Supper is Served, which again is another card. It's going to affect 2 visitors rather than normal 1. Again, you'll figure out what that means as we play. These 2 are going to get discarded, and I'm just going to throw them up in the discard pile kind of off camera. And hopefully we'll have enough room. The footprint of this game can get a little expansive, but not terrible. This is our home area. This is our threat area. And I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to start with 2 energy. And essentially, we just start drawing cards. When we draw a card, we can either pay 2 energy to take it into our home and place it on our like little tableau here, or we can just discard it and gain an energy for that. That is the only way we're able to gain energy. So there's a bit of a balance, and obviously you kind of always want to be able to buy a card if you want to, but obviously sometimes maybe you really want to buy a card when you've only got 2 energy, and then you're going to be a bit energy poor for the next couple of turns. So this is a tragic accident. If there are no cards below this one when the next visitor is drawn, immediately place them below this card. Don't trigger any of their effects. I don't mind that. It gets rid of a visitor for free. Mainly the way to lose this game, or one of the main ways to lose this game, is to have a card called that Home Sweet Home. We saw it, it's got the little coffin on it. If you pull Home Sweet Home while you've got 3 visitors in your house, then the game ends. That's too much for a vampire. We're antisocial. We're not looking to throw a party. It's a quiet, refined gathering of just the select few victims, friends, that are coming into our house after our awakening. So we don't want too many people there, and that's how we lose, essentially. This could help that, but again, I've only got 2 energy, so do I want to spend all of my energy on it? Probably not. So we'll throw it away, and we'll get another energy. Next card. Ooh, this is a lovely card because it allows us to kill people. And that is all you can ask for in a game about vampires. I'm going to go ahead and grab this Igor fellow, and we'll move our energy back down to 1. It's costing us 2 energy again to bring something into our home. Next card. The Sweeping Vista. Oh, this gets us victory points for Indulgent Memoirs and a fine vintage, which we do have. But unfortunately, I don't have enough money to buy it, so it's going into the discard. Let me move this. I'll keep it right here. I might move it eventually, but we'll see. We get an energy, and that's fine. Aha. When a fine vintage is drawn, place it in your home area for free. Well, we've already got it for free in our home area, and so to be fair, paying 2 energy for 1 victory point is, you like to try and get better. Is my goal. I think sometimes it's worth it, but most of the time I like to try and save my energy so I can get more victory points from it as the game goes on. So that's another energy for me. Ah, lovely. This is Indulgent Memoir. It gets us 3 victory points. We can either discard this card and draw again, or keep it for free and lose immediately if the next card drawn is a visitor. It's worth the gamble, isn't it? This has got this little red arrow on here, which means that it's going to come down into our home for free. And again, we can either discard it and redraw, or we'll keep it. And if this is a visitor, then we are going to lose the game. But I think it's worth the gamble. It is. No energy cost, because it goes into our home for free. Gets us 3 victory points. So that is brilliant. Bean Seedin, I believe this is a sort of Irish ghost, although I'm not entirely familiar with what that means. But at the start of any turn, you may discard 1 visitor, then shuffle this card and any remaining visitors in the threat area back into the draw pile. No, I'll take the energy. There is ways that we can kill visitors and get victory points from them. And there's also a way that we can use this card, and instead of discarding it, we just pay energy to do it. So if we can start paying energy to kill people, poof, brilliant. Lots and lots of combo potential. We're on 4 energy, so we've got plenty to spend, and, well, that is annoying. The Vengeful Villager is going to come in with this red arrow here again. Going to go right to the top and immediately discard a card worth victory points from the home area. We only have 1 of those, and it is our best card, the Indulgent Memoir. Unfortunately, we're going to discard it. Now, there are ways to fish things out of our discard pile at some points, so I'll hold out for that and maybe try and get it back. But that Vengeful Villager has really got my goat. Not a fan of him at all. Dribbly Candles. If Noxious Odors is in play, you can play the next card drawn into your home area for free. Now, because this is an immediate effect, I don't believe it actually gets us anything if we buy it and then Noxious Odors is drawn. So I'm going to just discard this and we'll go up to 5 energy. And we're energy rich at the moment. Take a card from beneath Tragic Accident. We already got rid of Tragic Accident, remember? That was the spike pit here. So we'll go up to 6, and I'm ready to start spending if I get any cards that come out that look pretty good. Imposing Portrait. This, by the way, you might have guessed already that obviously I was drawn to this game because, well, look at it, it's gorgeous. And I do tend to fall into the trap of when I like art on a game, I just want to play it, just to see if it lives up to my expectations. I do really love the art in this game. I'm a big Edward Gorey fan, and this really just gets it. My printer is not quite up to snuff, so if you've got this printed, I imagine it somewhere FedEx or better, or you just had a good printer, then you'd be able to see all the tiny little pencil details of these drawings. They are lovely. But this guy, I want him on my side. He is brilliant. We're going to pay 2, and if we play Gloating Apparition, it affects 2 visitors. All right, cool. We haven't seen Gloating Apparition, so we know that combo is possible, so that's good. Ooh, Opulent Foyer. Worth 3 victory points if Lavish Ballroom is also in play. So that would be a total. Lavish Ballroom also gets us 2, and then also gets us 3 if Opulent Foyer is in place as well. And so I will, with the possibility of 6 victory points sitting on the home, I will do that. See, here's where the tableau can get a little spread out, but it's okay. We'll pay for that with 2 energy. Maybe the discard pile is going to have to move off screen a little bit. Aha. And here's Home Sweet Home. If there are ever 3 visitors, or 3+ visitors, in the threat area at the same time as this card, we lose the game. So we want to be careful not to add to our already Vengeful Villager. We don't want to add 2 more. Again, no energy transfer takes place because we've got the arrow on there, so it just happens. Nothing else. We don't need to do anything else. Pay or earn energy. Parlor of Persuasion. Here we are. When using the effect of Yes Master, you can pay 1 energy instead of discarding it. Lovely. That is worth its weight in gold because we can start just killing visitors. Why don't I do this? We can start killing villagers or visitors or both for energy rather than by discarding this. So we can kind of kill multiple people and keep thinning out the herd, if you will. However, I'm now energy dry. No more energy. And that for a vampire is very bad. We need to start drinking. Yeah, we need to start taking on board some some nutrients. If Fetid Lair is ever in play at the same time, you may immediately place this card below it. It counts as one victim if using the beast. Right, so the beast, let me talk about this card. In this deck is a card called the beast, and it can kill up to 3 visitors at once. However, if there's less than 3 visitors in play, I believe you might actually lose. Or if you don't lose, then it's not good. So because we've already got Home Sweet Home in play, well, and because I don't have any energy, I'm not going to buy this, and I'm going to try and avoid the beast at all costs. We'll discard it, and we'll go back up to 1 energy. The Daedal Library. Look at the next 3 cards and return to the top of the deck. Again, we don't have a choice. We're going to have to just discard a couple of cards just to get back up to the place where, get up to the place where we can at least buy things like this. Supper is served. If you play Supper is Served, it affects 2 visitors. Well, we don't have 2 visitors right now, but I imagine if we drew another one, it would kind of still go under here. They no longer count toward this 3 count of visitors that will lose the game immediately. So I am going to buy this. And this guy is like, he's never even here. Maybe we just got rid of him. You know how it goes. No, my Lavish Ballroom. That's a terrible time to play it because I don't have any energy. This would go here and complete our little duo of lavishness and opulence, and would get us 6 victory points. As it is, we're going to have to discard it for just a single energy. Unfortunate. Ooh, okay. If Home Sweet Home is in play, shuffle it back into the deck. We can't afford it again, so we're just going to have to discard it. It would have been nice, but to be fair, now that it's there, we know what we need to do. Keep the visitors away. And we've got Supper is Served. That's helping us too. Currently, we're on 0 visitors, even though 1 is sitting right here. And we'll move up to 2 energy. This is great. I mean, it's brilliant in terms of its content, but we don't need it because we've got Yes Master to kill with energy. We don't need this. We'll go up to 3. A Ghastly Display. Right. This is a bit of push your luck, right? Because we are going to, if we decide to buy this card, shuffle 2 of these fellows into the deck. And if we get to kill any of them, then we can place them below this card and score a victory point for each one. Now, that will play in quite nicely, you imagine, with Yes Master. It's also we're gonna have to maintain a lot of energy, I think, in order to do this. But I am tempted. Yeah, let's do it. Go on. Let's just go for an absolute kill strategy. There's a couple of strategies that will emerge as you continue playing this game. One of them is just to kill as many people as you possibly can, which is always fun, you know, for games about vampires. At the start of the turn, you may spend 1 to 3 energy to shuffle that many visitors back into the deck. Don't need it. We can spend an energy to kill them, so we don't need that really. So we'll take the energy for that. Ooh, Scritch Scratch. Retrieve a card of your choice from the discard pile, put it into play for free. Now, I think this is probably, I know I just said I wanted to save energy, but this is probably worth it because if we put this into our, pretend this is our home, if we put this into our home, we can immediately discard it, that's this little symbol here, and we can retrieve a card of our choice from the discard pile, and you know what I'm going for, because if you're not proud enough to invite people into your lavish ballroom, then I don't know what you're doing as a vampire. Enter through the opulent foyer, meet me in the lavish ballroom, and we will get ourselves 6 victory points. So I don't mind that. We're currently at 7, plus however many people we can kill. And now this is a pretty low scoring game, so you're not going to be, you know, we're not going to be aiming for 30s, 40s, 50s, 100s. We're like, if you can score more than 10, like it's a pretty good game, or a pretty good round. So we're now out of energy again, and hopefully we don't get anything terrible coming through. Let's shuffle an additional... Oh, wait. I did this, but I never actually shuffled anyone into the deck, did I? Yeah, good call. All right, so let's shuffle... Sorry. Let's shuffle these and then put 2 of them in here. That was a pretty sly little kind of... Yeah, there would have been a sly way to cheat. Well, not very sly, given that you all saw it, likely, but... Here we are, we're shuffling. And it's good that this came in because it reminded me that I didn't do that. But I will discard that card because I don't need it. And I think it is time to maybe... Well, look, we've got this card. This is going to get discarded, which goes there. That's 1 energy. So here's my thought. We've got still 0 villagers or visitors in our threat area, so we're still doing okay. And by the time we're kind of getting down to the bottom of the deck, we can just start killing people off, I think, is the goal. The clock strikes 13. End the game and count your score immediately. So we can't actually buy this and end the game anyway. But 6, 7... Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I think we can get a better score than 7. So we'll discard this, not that we had a choice, and get up to 2 energy. Aha! Hapless Vagabond. This is what I said. Again, the arrow denotes it goes straight into the threat area. No energy transfer necessary, but... This Hapless Vagabond is crashing the party. Now, we do, I believe this is maybe a house rule, but if I play this, it affects 2 visitors. Well, given there was only 1 there, I would say as soon as the next one comes out, you should be able to affect both of them. And so they no longer count toward the number of visitors for the effect of Home Sweet Home. So we are still, essentially, on 0 threat. Don't mind it. Let's see what we've got. Noxious Odors. Now, we already gave up Dribbly Candles, so let's put this in the discard. We don't need it. And another hapless visitor, right. So I think what we'll do is we'll kill him. We'll spend an energy. Remember, we can use 1 energy instead of discarding this card, so kind of like tap it maybe. So we'll spend an energy, use Yes Master, and we'll kill this Hapless Vagabond and place him below Ghastly Display to score a victory point for him. Not bad. 1 energy per victory point is pretty good. See, remember I said like, oh, 2 energy per victory point is not a great return? Yeah, that's because you can start doing this and start racking up the bodies. That's... Shouldn't be so excited about that, should you? All right, let's play. Hall of Mirrors. Move any visitor currently in play to the bottom of the deck. This is a brilliant card for a certain number or certain visitors. There's some visitors that make your game way harder if they're in play. This one is already done as like bad stuff, so he's just sitting here now being a number. This guy doesn't do anything, again, just being a number, but there's a couple of visitors where they really make things more difficult. That's what this card is for, but we don't need it. At least not right now. We might need it later, in which case... Right, worth 1 victory point for the following. Odd Welcome, Roaring Fire, Spick and Span. I know we've got rid of Spick and Span. Let's see if we've got rid of Odd Welcome. I don't think we have. We've got rid of Spick and Span, there it is. I don't think we've seen... Oh, we have seen Odd Welcome. Okay, yeah, so then we don't care for this. There's only going to ever be 1 point to get out of that card, so it's not worth it. Another Hapless Vagabond. Well, blimmin' heck, there's so many of you in town. You're just wandering into the house, and let's go ahead and just kill you right away. So we're going to take down an energy, use Yes Master, and we'll place you right in... Oh, look at that, the little twins there. Very sweet. Those are your future skeletons in my display. We're getting ourselves 2 victory points for them. Lovely to see. Oh, my goodness me, would you leave me alone? Okay, so the extra card we placed in there must have been, or at the very start, must have been a Hapless Vagabond. As for the other 2, we still don't know. And it looks like they're both seemingly toward the bottom of this deck. So I think we're going to be okay. We've still got Gloating Apparition, which also helps us get rid of visitors. Oh, hello. Right. Here's the question. Here is the question. Because we've got 1. This counts as 2 visitors for the purposes of Home Sweet Home. We do now, technically, have 3 visitors in the threat area, which means that if there are ever 3 visitors in the threat area at the same time as this card, you lose the game immediately. Now, I believe by the letter of the law, we should probably lose the game because it says ever, right? It says ever, which means like at any point, ever, at any time. Now, part of me wants to be like, well, I can just negate that by killing him immediately, but to be fair, I think you kill them at the start of your next turn. So, maybe I should have killed this guy first. If we did that, it would have been okay. Here's where my solo gaming morals are questioned. Right? What do I do? What would a vampire do? Would he keep playing? Would they give in? Would they violently flip the table? Who really knows? But I think what I will do is I just want to show you the rest of the cards. So we'll call this maybe a loss, but then we'll keep playing. So I'm gonna pay an energy, and you know what? I won't kill this one. That seems unfair. I'll just kill this guy. Maybe I should have made that decision earlier. I should have just kept it down at 1. Maybe is the best way to do it. But there you go. Right, so now we've got 2, and if we pull another one, then we're really messed up. So, I mean, maybe it would be best actually at the start of this next turn to kill another one, which would be him. I suppose that would probably be my safest bet. See, here we are. Place on a visitor. If they're killed, put both cards aside until the end of the game and score 1 victory point. Now, we can play it on 2 visitors, but unfortunately we don't have enough energy, so we're going to go back up to 2. So again, we're calling this an L, but we're going to just keep playing. Fetid Lair. If the beast is on this card, you can discard it and kill all the visitors in the threat area and place them below the card. The beast demands at least 3 victims, or it kills you as well. So essentially, I think you cannot use the beast, or you cannot use the beast card unless you've got 3 people in there. But then this card says if you've ever got 3 people in there, then you lose. So there's the conundrum, I suppose. Oh, here's the beast. If Fetid Lair is in play, place the card on it and ignore. If Feast of the Beast is in play, discard it and kill a visitor. Otherwise, discard. So we're going to have to discard this one, unfortunately. But that's okay. We don't need to kill any more visitors. We've got Igor to do that for us. The Voices. Kill a visitor. We don't need to spend 2. We'll be spending 2 energy to get this, and we know we can spend 1, so it doesn't make any sense. And there's the Voices. When you draw the Voices, immediately play it for free. If there are no visitors, discard it and this card. Don't need that, so we'll go up to 5. And then I suppose with 2 cards remaining, it probably makes sense to spend at least 1 energy to kill another visitor. And then we'll see what this card is. It's a Vengeful Villager. And we'll get rid of this one, which is only worth 1 victory point. And then this final card, Roaring Fire, place upon the next visitor drawn and ignore any text on the visitor's card. So let's pay to kill this guy and pay another one to kill this guy. This is going in the discard for a finishing total of 3 energy. So we kind of lost, but we maybe will add up our score because, why not? Why not? These are the cards left in our home at the end of the game. We've got Yes Master. Doesn't get us any victory points or anything like that, but we've got 2, actually worth 3. 2 actually worth 3, so that's 6. This we used, which was nice. And then these are going to count as 1 victory point each. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 victory points at the end of the game. Again, I think probably if you're going for a victim killing strategy, I suppose what we just learned is that you never want to leave killing a visitor there. You never need to leave killing a visitor for too long. Otherwise you get guys like this showing up and wait, where's he gone? Wait, I thought we killed. Oh, did I? I put him on the wrong place. I put him on the discard pile. Sorry. Those 2 guys were the guys we killed. So these actually would get us extra 2 points. Again, not that this really counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 6 is 13. Yeah, okay. But yeah, guys like this show up and ruin your day. Look at him. making his notes. What a git. That is Deckula. I've had a lot of fun with this game, actually. I at first I was a bit, well, okay, so the learning curve to the game exists, right? There really is a learning curve because this doesn't tell you what you need to know about supper is served. And that's okay to a degree. I still don't remember immediately what supper is served is going to do, but you can understand that you start to build combos and you start to build knowledge of those combos and how they're going to work. So it's fine. I found like the draw one card and just either discard it or not was initially frustrating, but then actually became kind of an interesting gamble on each card you drew. Like if you were to draw 3 cards, say, like, okay, I've got a hand of 3 which I can choose from, and I can play 1 for some energy and discard 1 for other energy. That would also be plausible, but I think that it would give you too much advantage over what was coming next. And of course, you'd always have the threats go up and the anything going down. That's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I think that the flipping a card at a time, while it feels a bit out of control in terms of like there's not much you can do if like, oh man, I really want this card, but I've only got 1 energy. Like there's no way to mitigate that. But at the same time, when it either does work and you get to like build up, you saw I got to about 5 energy. I've had games where I've got up to about 8 because I've just been saving, and then I've been able to buy a whole swath of cards at the same time, which have all worked together really nicely and got me some good points. So I think it works. I don't mind it. I will put the link to the thread in the description of this video. Go check it out. Go leave some love for Dr. Mindflip. That is the designer of this game. Go leave some feedback, go print it out, go try it. I believe there's a playing cards IO mod, or maybe a tabletop simulator mod for this as well, so you can play it digitally if you don't want to print it out and sleeve it and whatever. I just went with the magic card method this time. I didn't feel like gluing it. So, but yeah, really nice and easy to play, relatively easy to learn. Again, it's just that like getting used to the combos that are possible. And finding the strategy that works for you. Again, you can go super aggressive on the visitors. You can go a little less aggressive and try to just build your nice mansion. It's up to you, and that's the beauty of print and play gaming, is it not? That is going to be it for me. I do hope you're as excited as I am to launch into this year's print and play contest. It is going to be a good one. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of good-looking games. Thank you so much for watching. On screen are a list of my wonderful, beautiful, and excellent patrons. If you want to check out the Patreon, you absolutely can. It would be lovely. Let me know what you think. Join the Discord for up-to-date news on the contest coverage and other things One Player Channel related. Drop a like if you like this video. Drop me a comment if you're excited about the Solitaire print and play contest. I am. This is going to be the next few months of my life, and I am thrilled to bits. This is going to be great. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you are most appreciated. And until next time, I will see you later.